What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Cal, and today I've got a quick follow-up to my last ESO housing video. I thought it might be useful to share some of my favorite home goods furnishings that you can pick up relatively cheap from merchants spread across Tamriel. That's right, everything behind my character right now is something that you can get without having to complete any achievements, and most can be had for less than a couple hundred gold. You just need to have access to that part of the game. These furnishings are also resellable, so if you're not an ESO Plus subscriber, you can always check guild traders for resellers. Whether you're a housing novice or veteran, these are all good furnishings to keep on hand in storage when you're working on your next home. I did have to refilm this intro a couple times, so don't be thrown off by the quick change tonight. Alright, without further ado, let's get to my top 10 favorite home goods furnishings. Okay, let's start this list off with number 10. These are the Leowin window boxes, which were added in the most recent chapter. You can pick them up in Leowin for just over 4,000 gold. You can pick up the Leowin window boxes from Barnaby at the Domestic Bliss Furnishings here in Leowin.
Swords and magic boots are...
Coming in at number 9 is the Solitude fence that you can pick up in Western Skyrim. This is great for edging gardens, also for fencing and things. It comes in two different sizes. There's the triple width section and then of course the single width section. I've seen these used as shutters. You could also use them to build additional floors. So they are really multifunctional, and they have a pretty nice texture on them as well. You can get the Solitude fence and Solitude fence by 3 here in Solitude at Dragon's Hearth from Masella. Next up, and number 8 on this list, are the limestone border stones and border pebbles. And you can grab these in Alinor for just 100 gold. But these are great for edging gardens. You can also use them to create cool patterns. They're, again, a multifunctional piece that you can use to create other things in your home. Here in Alinor, you can pick up the limestone border stones or pebbles at the Riverside Market from this Home Goods Furnisher. They also come in boulders. At number 7 are the rough planks, and these come in 4 varieties, but I'm including them here at just 1 slot on my list. These are great for building, and they're probably one of the easiest to acquire building furnishings in the game. You can pick these up at any of the starter zones. I typically go to Mistral in Canarthy's Roost just because it's a little bit closer to the Way Shrine than some of the other places, but you can also get them in some of the expansion zones. I think they might be available in Cyrodiil as well, but they're easy to come by and very cheap. Now you can get the rough planks from a number of different home good vendors throughout the game, including all of the starting zones for each of the alliances, but I prefer to come here to Mistral, to this little market, and speak with this vendor right here, as I think it's the easiest to get them. Number 6, the scavenged plates and supports. You can grab these at the Brass Fortress in the Clockwork City. They're super useful for fish tanks. They're also great anytime you want to do any sort of clockwork build or clockwork themed home. I've seen some really cool steampunk stuff built out of them. Spaceships. People go wild with these. Again, a pretty cheap building material that you can use to section off spaces and create your own builds here in the Elder Scrolls Online. You can pick up scavenged plates and supports from the Brass Fortress of the Clockwork City here at the Domicile Enhancement Hub. I just talked to this Home Goods Furnisher, and here are all of the plates and the support. Now, this list wouldn't be complete without my number 5 most useful home goods furnishing, and that, of course, is the limestone stairway that you can pick up in Alinor for just 100 gold. This is 2 sections of it here. This is one of the easiest ways to create a staircase in your home and get to that second level that you created using some of the other pieces from this list. These limestone stairs can also be used to create fake caves and as garden accessories as well, but I see them most often creating staircases to nowhere, or staircases to a second floor, or staircases up and over maybe a ridge or the edge of your home. The limestone stairway is also available in Alinor at the Riverside Market from the same Home Goods Furnisher. Coming in at number 4 are the Elsewhere pillars. These are available in Rimmen, and I find a lot of use for them just for covering up seams. Anytime that you're creating a custom building or house or additional floor, you're probably going to end up with some rough edges or seams where the materials you're using or the furnishings you're using meet. Here in Rimmon at the Bandari Bazaar, you can pick up your elsewhere pillars from Yotava. And at number 3, we've got some of my favorite trees in the game. These are the white cherry trees that you can pick up at Skywatch in Aridon. They do cost a little bit more than the other furnishings on this list. The small one will set you back 10k and the big one is 25,000 gold. If you like these trees, they do come in a couple different colors. I like to use the white ones just because you can then change the color of the leaves with a colored light or something like that. But these are great. I use them outdoors at many of my homes. They add a lot of personality to anything that you're working on. Here at the Sky's Edge Tavern in Skywatch of Aridon, you can pick up all of the cherry trees. And I prefer the white ones like I mentioned earlier, but there are also pink and white. At number 2, some rocks. These are the smooth and weathered stones that you can pick up in Evermore. They are great for gardens. They're also what I use for the bottom of many of my fish tanks to cover up all the lights and stuff in there. They're great for covering up seams as well, putting them in a ring around trees or edging off your shrubberies. So they really have a lot of functionality, and I think the texture looks great. You can pick up an assortment of smooth and weathered stones here at Evermore in Benkarai at the Evermore Housing Styles Shopping Center from Rosika here. Stuff like this pebble, smooth gray, weathered. This stone smooth gray is real nice, along with this tapered weathered. And my number 1 most favorite home goods furnishing in the game has to be these ivy furnishing pieces from Rimmon in Northern Elsewhere. You've got the Dragonfire Ivy on the left and the Verdant Ivy on the right. These are also great for covering up seams, but they are perfect for creating a vibe in any of your homes. I end up coating half the walls in every house that I've purchased in the game with them, just to create that greenery look. Obviously in Snugpod, I used them to great extent, cover up all those walls and give it that really like overgrown look. But these are awesome. There's 2 variants of each of them, the sort of tall, skinny one and then the wider one. I strongly recommend picking up dozens of these and putting the good use throughout your homes. They're also not that expensive. I believe they start at 300 gold a piece. They might be just a little bit more. And if for some reason you don't have access to Northern Elsewhere, you can find them on Guild Traders. Just look out for that markup. You'll also want to head to the Bandari Bazaar in Rimmon of Northern Elsewhere if you're looking for the Dragonfire Ivy or Verdant Ivy. Alright guys, that's going to do it for me today. Once again, I am Cal, and I want to thank you for checking out this video. I hope you found it useful in some way, and I do recommend scoping out those Home Goods Furnishers across Tamriel to pick up a few cheap pieces to help decorate your first home with. I'll be back real soon with some more ESO content here on the channel, but until then, bye for now.